Zell Boy Army, welcome to another video on the channel. This one is part 2 of the best position changes in the game. So the first one we did defenders, left backs, centre backs, right backs, and all the positions that they can change to. Today's, it's a bit of a longer one. I'm doing CDMs, centre mids, cams, basically midfielders and attackers. Every position that I think they can change into. So I'm going to give you loads of options here that should help you build better teams and see some players or think about players that maybe you didn't think about before. If you like this content, please let me know. I'm trying to do content that you guys want. I want to make this channel the best place it could be for all you guys. I appreciate the support you guys are showing me. And please subscribe if you're new around here. New spicy content every day dedicated to helping you get better at the game and understand it better. Tomorrow's video, we're starting the ZBA Tactics Factory. I don't know if that's a good name for it or not, but we'll go with it. Let me know what formation you want. Basically, I'm going to, every week, going to try a different formation, see what I think of it. I'm going to let you know what I think of it. I might record it tomorrow, then put it out Wednesday, but let me know what formation you want. Anyway, let's get into it. Desai. This card's a great centre-back. The classic swap tends to be for Mateus's 88, because Mateus's 88 is a great CDM. And French CDM icon, very good for linking your team together. Marquinhos, great centre-back. You're going to notice all the CDMs, for the most part, are going to be either centre-backs or full-backs. We're going to be looking for pace, good defending physical. Yes, a lot of these could play CDM, but they might excel even better at centre-back. Kappa, obviously, he's normally a right-back. He could be a great right-back, to be fair, if you can fit him in there. Right-back or centre-back. He'll be one of the best centre-backs in the game, arguably, apart from his height. Like, he's got some crazy stats for it. Lema. This is just his gold card. I'd be looking at him as a right-back or a centre-back. He's actually pretty good physically. Decent height. Like, he's a pretty good card for a gold. Essien. Centre-back, right-back again. Sissoko. Like, this guy, he's a bit clunky with that agility bounce. Can't shoot that well. His best position on FIFA probably will be a centre-back. He'll be an outrageous centre-back, one of the best in the game. He will have 99 sprint speed as well, if you put him to a centre-back. Vieira, again, you probably don't want to waste Vieira there, but a lot of, like, for the people who have the very best teams in the game, they tend to go 88 or 91 Vieira at centre-back, like people with the crazy budgets. And I'm showing you these players because I want to show you different options. I'm showing you like their Lema and then Vieira. I'm trying to give people different options for different budgets. I don't want it to just be a case of that you watch this video and think, oh, I can't afford all those cards. Or you watch this video like, well, he's useless compared to some of the players I can afford. Zakaria, absolute animal. One of the best centre-backs in the game. If you can fit him in at centre-back, what a card. 98 sprint speed with a shadow. He's already got the physicals. He's got great defending. He'll be good on the ball for a centre-back. His passing's good. Like, what a card. And he's 6'3". If Borussia Mönchengladbach can go any further, he's going to be outrageous. And Didi, maybe a little slow at centre-back, but if you're struggling in the Prem, and especially as this card gets better, he could be a good centre-back. Chiellini, he's a centre-back naturally. This card actually gives him pace, though. And he's got the physical. Like, he can't really do a lot going forward. His passing's okay. He's bad on the ball. He can't shoot. Like, he's a better centre-back. And the best centre-back in the Serie A, probably, at the moment on the game. Kessie, it depends what you want from him. He's 6 foot with decent pace, great physicals, and great defending. It depends. Do you think he's good enough going forward to play at midfield? If not, put him at centre-back. And last one, Duncan from the storyline. Freestyle, weak foot, okay on the ball, good passing but not elite. Could be a good centre-back again in Serie A, because Serie A lacks a lot of these. Gravenberg, centre-mid, you can drop him to CDM. He can play anywhere across the midfield, really. You could put him as a cam or a lamb if you put a hunter on him. Like, this guy's a very versatile player who links to Van Bergen as well, who came from the Eredivisie objectives. Bruno Fernandes, a cam all the way back to CDM. I know it's a position change in the sense of that you can actually do in-game by changing the card to a CDM, but a lot of people don't realise like how good some of these cards are. Bruno Fernandes is one of the best CDMs in the game this year. He's more the creator CDM, so when I play two CDMs in the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-4-2, I use what I call a creator CDM paired with a destroyer. Bruno's obviously creator, but what a card he is. KDB, similar mold to Bruno, can play a great creative CDM. Zidane probably is the best all-round creator CDM in the game at the moment. Just an outrageous card. I use his 94 and the prime's only better, so it's just going to be unreal. Nabry, cam to striker. This card's a very good striker, or even a lamb. Got itchy arm, man. Jeez. But yeah, this Nabry, lamb or strike, he'll be a fantastic card if you did his SBC. Blanc, great CDM. He's not really a cam, is he, with that passing, okay on the ball, but not great shooting like that. He's definitely a very good CDM, though, especially being 6'4". Nangolan, another CDM. Promise, a lamb, ram, cam or striker. Just letting you know some of the options. Like, you don't have to just stick to the position it says they are. Like, he could play anywhere across the front four. This Mateus Cunha, I don't know if that's how to pronounce it, Cunha. With a hunter, 98 finisher, 96 pace. He's got good dribbling, good physical anyway. This card for free is insane. Like, I can't believe how good he is as a free objective card. And that's that section. Let's go to the attackers. So, Deulofeu, he can play out wide, obviously, but I actually think he's a very good striker. Serie A lacks a lot of elite players at the moment, but this guy with a hawk only gets 88 finishing, which ain't bad, but it's not great. But he's getting near 99 pace, 95 shot power. He can pass. His dribbling's elite anyway. He's good physically. Like, for a free card, that doesn't take long to grind. Decent links being Spanish. It's a very good card. Hakimi, a right mid that you could probably put CDM. I think Hakimi is okay going forward, but the 2-star weak foot kind of ruins some of the stats. But he's more defensive minded. If you could get him at right back as well, he'd be a great right back. Like, his defending's not great, but the pace makes up for it. He's good on the ball. But Hakimi, right back, CDM, probably his best positions. Mertens, he's a central player, but he's a bit weak, so I'd be playing him out wide. Mkhitaryan, I talked about him in the headliners video. I think this guy could be a really good creative CDM. Yes, his defending is not the best, but it's good enough to play CDM in my opinion. With a hunter, he's rapid, got 99 shot power, 93 finishing, his passing's already elite. He's got the 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Good physical, it's a very good card in my opinion. Rashford, pretty obvious one, left mid, play him as a striker. If you can't change him in game and get him on full chem, you can just start him as a striker, but as a left forward, so he'll get 7 chem still. This Rashford card is very, very good. Rashford plays very well on the game this year. Beckham, unfortunately, he's too slow to play out wide on FIFA if you want to play it the best way anyway. I think he's a very good CDM though. And there's a lot of formations that to get chemistry where you need a right mid, and there's not many good right mids or right wings in the game. So Beckham could fill that and take one of the CDM slots. 3-star limits him from being a top player. But as a CDM with a shadow or a hunter, he's going to be a very good card, to be honest. Nedved, you could play him in the attack. With the right chem stars or hunter, you could probably play him as a striker. He'd have great finishing, pace, good physical. I think though his best position is going to be a CDM. His defending is good enough to do that. You could play him as the creative one with a hunter. He's basically a better version of that Mkhitaryan, to be honest. João Cancelo, you'd probably want to be playing him as a right back in game because he's not very good going forward. But if you can get him on chem and put him at right back, he's going to be one of the best right backs in the game. Son, like Rashford, obvious, put him up front, get him as a striker. A lot of these cards as well have worse versions. Like if you can't do the Son SBC anymore, we've got the 88 still. That 5-star weak for them makes him an elite striker. Hullet, obviously this Hullet's going to be a crazy price, but the mid and prime Hullet are two of the best midfielders in the game. You're not going to play this Hullet at striker really. To get the most out of him, that defending elite passes, actually want him at CDM. Harry Kane, I think we've not got many left here now, but Harry Kane, this is maybe a bit of a stretch. I think you could play Harry Kane with a Hunter as a creative CDM. I've not personally tried it, but looking at the stats, the fact he's tall, he's got great pace and physical, I think he could actually be a very, very good CDM. I think he could be pretty special there, to be honest. He doesn't have the defending stats, but those physical stats with his pace and height, I think will make him very good. Carrasco, he'd be a striker again. Put a hawk on him. You get 99 shot power, 98 long shots, 92 finishing, 99 pace. Be a very good card. Neymar, one of the most obvious ones to play up front. This is my Neymar. I actually own him on both my PS Road scoring out and my Xbox account. 2 goal contributions a game. As a striker, he's one of the best players in the game, in my opinion, even without an upgrade. He's the best non-special card in the game, so like best gold card. Garrincha, he'd be moving him centrally to a cam or a striker. Messi, bit slow out wide with that sprint speed, but as a cam he has all the technical stats you'd want. Martinez, good out wide, could be a good ram or right winger, but I'd be playing him as a striker with still good physical stats, great on the ball. 4-star, 4-star's nice. Van Bergen, again, could play out wide, but when you put a finisher on him, you get him 99 dribbling, 96 finishing, and a guy's got 5-star weak foot, makes him a great striker. Dembele, great to play at cam or striker again, with a hawk, hunter, finisher. You're getting some really high stats on him. Puskas, probably with the 3-star weak foot, not going to be the best central player, so you can move him to a ram, so he can cut in on his left. He doesn't have the finesse shot trait, unfortunately, but with shooting stats that high, probably won't matter, to be honest. Look at those shooting stats there. You'd probably put an engine on him just to max his dribbling and passing, but I'd love to try this Puskas at some point. This Mbappe, maybe you would want to play at striker still because he has elite shoot. And normal Mbappe is obviously a great striker, but my favourite position to play Mbappe this year is left mid or Lam. I don't like Mbappe up front as much as some other players, but out wide with his pace, physicality is amazing. Yeah, and that's the video. That's all the players. If there's anything I've missed out, please let me know. I've tried to include a lot. So you've got so many different options. Go watch the first part if you didn't see that one already. But I've done it in 2 parts. So you've got defenders, midfielders, attackers. Loads of new options now to build your teams. Guys, appreciate support on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening.